Hey everybody, CW here, Card Wolf, because I'm always on the hunt for great cards. Today is the second half of the Panini Golden Age box that we started opening last week. This is a 2012 product that really I like quite a lot. The card designs are really nice, has a lot of Hall of Famers in here, and you get some mini cards in the packs as well. Last week, our box topper was this pretty cool Sam Crawford pennant. It's sort of felt on, I guess, cardboard. I'm not sure how they made it, but and then our autograph card, you get one autograph per box, was the Hall of Famer Tony Oliva, so that was pretty sweet. For the second half of the box, we are owed a Relic card. You get an autograph card and a Relic card in every box, so we are going to get a Relic card out of here. We should, anyway. So here we go. Let's get into this. Thank you so much for tuning into the channel and checking out the second half of this Panini Golden Age box. Appreciate all of the wonderful comments you guys left on the first half of this box rip. So we get in our first pack here today. It is Catfish Hunter, Jim Hunter from the A's and, of course, the Yankees Hall of Famer there, Catfish Hunter, looking very happy. We got Manny Minoso, great player there. Manny Minoso with the White Sox most of his career. Spirit of St. Louis. Charles Lindbergh's plane. Charles Lindbergh, of course, the famous pilot. Spirit of St. Louis landed at an kind of a makeshift airfield in Baltimore. My grandmother actually saw it with her mother, and was not far from their house at the time down in Fells Point. So that was pretty cool. We got Steve. Can't quite. These mini cards are certainly challenging to read. I got to tell you, is this Steve Coffin? And it doesn't tell you. Yeah, it is Steve Coffin. It doesn't tell you on the back what the deal is. I should show you the back of these so you know what I'm talking about. Just gives you the sort of fake brand ad there, like you would see on. Put these in a special stack there. And there's wow, Barling Nelson. That is a boxer as well. Man, he is svelte. Look at the six-pack abs on that guy. I don't know. He looks like he's got an eating disorder to me. I'm just going to go out there and say it. I don't think of that as like boxing physique, but I guess it is. It's battling Nelson is actually what that is. Wow, that's a weird T. Well below the line. I would get corrected for that by my handwriting teacher in first grade if I drew T's like that. Bob Feller, one of the nicest guys you could meet in baseball, would sign anything you put in front of him. Bob Feller, really great guy for the fans, that's for sure. All right, let me see, how am I going to put these back here, put the mini cards over here, and then we should get some special cards. Once again, we are owed a Relic out of this box. Why is nothing in focus right now? I don't know what's going on there with my camera. Several of you mentioned how my camera needs to be updated, and I couldn't agree with you more about that. There's Frank Tanana. We pulled a Frank Tanana card just the other day, just yesterday, during my pack battle with Average Joe. We pulled a Frank Tanana card from 1993. I didn't know he was still in the league then. Here he is during his Angels days, which were his best years as a pitcher, really good pitcher for them in the 70s. Russell Johnson, who is apparently an actor. I can't say I'm familiar with him. Russell Crowe I know, but Russell Johnson, I do not know who that is, but I don't know. I guess he was popular at one point. The Three Stooges, there they are. Larry, Curly, and Moe. Some of you corrected me, and rightly so. Why is this out of focus? What is happening here? All right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to adjust the camera angle. That seemed to help the last time I did that. Until it gets going, it's hard for me to know exactly what this setup is going to do. We'll aim it down a little more like that. See all the clutter all over my desk. Hopefully that will help keep things in focus. There we go. So yes, Larry, Moe, and Curly there, the Three Stooges. Some of you corrected me when I said Larry Fine was Moe. He was obviously Larry. We got one of the fake, they put these in here to fool people who I guess would pack search when they open one of these boxes and try to get the Relic card. So we got these fake, I guess, I don't know what else you would call them. They're like fake Relic cards or something. We got Gordie Howe there in the mini card version. Pretty sweet. Eddie Acaro, the jockey for Citation, who was a Triple Crown winner, and Marsha, there she is, Maureen McCormick from the Brady Bunch. Pretty interesting. I don't really know how they came up with which celebrities they were going to put in here. It's pretty interesting mix. Some of them are, going all the way back to like the silent film era, and then others, come all the way up to 70s TV. Speaking of which, there's Barbara Eden from I Dream of Jeannie. She was the star of that program, along with Larry Hagman, who went on to play JR in Dallas. John Blue Moon Odom, very good pitcher for the Oakland A's during the 70s. I believe he took them to the postseason several times there. See if we can get that in focus for you. There we go. Blue Moon Odom's smiling face. We got Ava Gardner. Hello, nurse. Ava Gardner, who is said to have dated Frank Sinatra and several other famous people at that time. Ava Gardner herself, an actress and someone who a lot of people liked back in those days. Jane Mansfield. Now we're talking. That's more my speed. Jane Mansfield. That's a nice mini card. That one is the first card out of this rip so far to go into the Wolf Lair. No question about that. We got Walter Hagen, or Hagen. I'm not really into golf. If you've watched the channel before, my feelings about golf are widely known among my longtime subscribers. I don't think of it as a sport. I think of it as a hobby. There we got Jim Bunning, the great Phillies pitcher, on the mound there on that card. Beautiful cards, as I said. I really like these cards quite a lot. They're very thick. They have kind of an old school cardboard paper feel to them, which I really like as someone who has been collecting since the 70s. I enjoy that sort of thickness and feel to the cards. Joe Torre here, who was a great player and a great manager. Joe Torre there with, I guess he was with the Cardinals at that point with all the red. Of course, he played for the Yankees and the Mets as well. Bobby Jones, the great hobbyist golfer there. I'm going to get some nasty comments about my feelings on golf. There's a nice, that is cool. That is Jack Johnson, the heavyweight champ from way back in the early days of boxing. And that is a, I don't know if you can see it there, but that is a sort of punch-out card. I could, if I wanted to, separate that and stand it up, and that would be pretty cool. But that's neat. I don't think we got a punch-out card like that in the first half of this box. I'm going to give that its own separate stack. Our mini card is Bob Woodward, the reporter from the Watergate story. Bob Woodward, the Washington Post reporter. Pretty neat to see that. Charlie Gehringer, great second baseman there for the Tigers. And Sam Snead, Slammin' Sam Snead, who was a great golfer. Whatever you may think of the sport, Sam Snead was one of the true greats in that hobby or sport, or as the saying goes, a good walk spoiled is another way that I think about golf, having tried it, and that is how I feel about it. We got Mark Smits, the great Olympic swimmer, starting off this pack for us and looking pretty intense there. You can see now that it's in focus. I don't know. Mark Spitz. Always thought of him as having a mustache, didn't he? He doesn't have one there. Mark Spitz, and wow, that's a face only a mother could love. It's Chick Gandil, first baseman there, and I believe, was he part of the Black Sox scandal? I'm trying to remember. Yes, I don't know. Yeah, he was part of the 1919 World Series Black Sox scandal. There we got the full color, full size version of the Jane Mansfield card. That's pretty awesome. Put that in the Wolf Lair as well. And we get our mem card. Here it is, and it is an actress. It's Ava Gardner. Wow, that is sweet. That is pretty cool. Not a sports figure, but certainly a well-known actress and public figure from back in the day. These are called Museum Age, as you can see there. That is awesome. Wow, that is really cool. I like that card a lot. There's the back of it for those of you who are curious. I have to get a card stamp. So we have here, I think we've got a gold one. Once again, thanks to Ryan at Bucks and Six for making me these awesome card stands, 3D printed, and I found a gold one, so that should fit this card perfectly. Ava Gardner. Wow, I was not expecting that. I got to say, that is pretty unusual. I mean, when's the last time you pulled an Ava Gardner card, much less a Relic card? That is awesome. Joe Jackson here, Shoeless Joe in the mini card. Harry Truman looking very presidential there. He was it says down here, he was our 33rd president. I'll have to take their word on that. I don't have them all memorized. There's Buck Weaver. Is he another Black Sox scandal guy? He is indeed. Buck Weaver looks shady. I mean, no offense to the late Buck Weaver, but he just looks like, he's the kind of guy who you do not want to meet in a back alley. Buck Weaver. I don't know about that. I feel like maybe they chose the pictures of these players that made them look the shadiest. That could be the case. We got Pete Rose starting off this pack right here, and shout out to my friend Montana G-Man, who is collecting Pete Rose cards. If you need this one, brother, just let me know. I'll be happy to mail it to you. And that goes for all of you who are watching this. If you see a card that you like, I'm happy to mail it to you. I just got finished mailing out all of the hundreds of cards that I sent out for the collection break giveaway that I did for 900 subscribers. Archie Vaughn here. I'll do another collection break giveaway for 1,000, which we are rapidly approaching. Bobby Thompson, shot heard around the world. Bobby Thompson looks sort of stoned there. Am I wrong about that? I mean, I don't know what's going on with Bobby Thompson. Maybe he's on an acid trip. I don't know what's going on, but he's a little too loving to that bat for my liking. What we got here? We got Pee Wee Reese and Pee Wee Reese. We got the mini and the full size in the same pack. I don't know what's up with that. That's the first time that's happened, actually. And Joe Namath for the Jets there, of course, the great Super Bowl quarterback, Joe Namath. So we got our relic card. We got Tony Oliva was our autograph card last time. So I don't think that there's anything super special that we are expecting. And of course, this one looks like it has another relic card in it, but I think it's just one of those fake relic cards. Here's Affirmed, which is another Triple Crown winner from the 70s, I believe, if I'm remembering my horse racing right. We got Carl Bernstein. There is the other half of the Woodward and Bernstein investigation for Watergate from the Washington Post. Wow, that is sweet. Edgar Allan Poe, man, that is awesome. Edgar Allan Poe, one of my favorite literary figures, wonderful writer, invented, according to most people, invented several different genres, including mystery and fantasy and maybe even science fiction. That is awesome. That is definitely a Wolf Lair card for me. That is sweet. And there is another fake relic card there. Our mini card is hobbyist Byron Nelson right there, who I think became a golf announcer, if I'm not mistaken. We got Duke Snyder and Jack Dempsey, the heavyweight champ. There we go to our next pack. Hope you guys are enjoying this rip. If you like it, please hit the thumbs up button. It really helps the channel a lot, and I certainly appreciate all of your support. It means a great deal to me. Thank you so much. Vida Blue, another great A's pitcher. We saw Blue Moon Odom earlier. Vida Blue, who is somebody I think should maybe be considered for the Hall of Fame. He was an MVP pitcher, and he had some great seasons, had a nice long career in the majors as well. Vida Blue. Curly Howard, there is another of the Three Stooges, Curly Howard. And we get another sort of, what is this, punch-out card or stand-up card? It's Duke Snyder, so we do get a baseball figure in the stand-up punch-out cards. Does it say on the back what they call these? It does not say. I don't think I showed the back of the other one. It does not tell you what the name of the insert is, but still pretty cool to get that. Got Al Kaline going up against the fence. I think we got his regular-sized card in the first half of this rip. Bill Mazeroski and Red Grange. Man, that is a sweet card. Not often you see Red Grange cards. That is pretty awesome. I may have to put that one in the Wolf Lair, actually. I'm going to keep that one. But anything I don't put in the Wolf Lair, you guys, including these standee cards, you guys are welcome to ask for. And I'm always happy to mail out cards to you guys whenever I can. I know you have a lot of different players and teams that you collect, and I'm always happy to help you with your PCs. Maury Wills there, the great base-stealing shortstop. Maury Wills was a great one for the Dodgers. Raleigh Fingers, fantastic relief pitcher and Hall of Famer. We got Rogers Hornsby. If you follow the channel, you know he's one of my favorite players from the olden days. Rogers Hornsby, perhaps the greatest second baseman ever. I don't know. Lately, I feel like Joe Morgan's the greatest second baseman. But if it's not Joe Morgan, it's Rogers Hornsby or Napla Joey. That's my feeling on that. We got our mini card of another president. It's FDR. There he is, also looking very presidential. Jimmy Fox, who I think of as a first baseman, but he did catch for a little while too. Jimmy Fox there. Double X. And Earl Weaver, the great Orioles manager, who I believe is in the Hall of Fame. Earl Weaver led the O's to the World Series several times, and that is about as happy as I ever recall seeing that guy look. I went to a lot of Orioles games back in the day when Earl Weaver was managing them back at the old Memorial Stadium, and if you were sitting anywhere close to the dugout, you did not want your kids to be around that, because Earl Weaver could swear like nobody's business, like he had taken classes in swearing. That was Earl Weaver, man, and you could hear him for many rows around the dugout. Denny McLain, the Tigers ace. Denny McLain had some great seasons for the Tigers in the late 60s, early 70s. Very good pitcher. Buck Leonard, man, that is an awesome one. Love to see that. Buck Leonard, one of the greatest baseball players ever in any league at any time. Buck Leonard, putting that one in the Wolf Lair for sure. And here we got another nice insert. This is the extra headlines insert, and this is the Amazing Mets achievement. That is Tom Seaver, and I think that might be Nolan Ryan, if I am seeing that correctly. That's pretty cool. New York completes Miracle Season, and very cool card. I'll put that one in its own stack because we have not pulled any of those during this half. There's Frank Tanana again in the mini card version. Joe Garagiola, there he is, along with Tony Kubek. Joe Garagiola was a great baseball announcer, a very good catcher, but I think of him as having really, he and Tony Kubek were a fantastic team. Tony was the color commentator. Joe was the play-by-play guy, and they were very good. Joe Garagiola knew so much about baseball. I learned so much watching that guy. They really knew what they were doing. The Titanic, and you could get, I found this out actually, one of the people who commented on the last video or emailed me told me that you can actually get Titanic relics out of here. We did not get a Titanic relic. We got Ava Gardner, which I actually am happier with that than I would have been with the Titanic. But some people are really into the Titanic. I don't know. Never really has appealed to me that much, but you know, Ava Gardner, she's very appealing. We got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar here, or Lou Alcindor, as he was originally called. There he is with the Bucks and the sideburns. Kareem. Cleon Jones, good outfielder for the Mets, and Willie McCovey, fantastic first baseman there for the Giants. McCovey Cove is the little area, body of water right behind the stadium now in San Francisco. And balls that go outside of the stadium often splash down in McCovey Cove. People even hang out there in rowboats and little motorboats to try and catch them. We got Jim Bunning. There's the mini card version. We saw the other version. And we get Mo Howard. I think we got out of this box, we pulled all three of the Stooges as well as the card that has all three of them on it. So if you're a Three Stooges fan, I'll be happy to send you those. And speaking of happy, there's Happy Felsch, another outfielder from the olden days and another participant in the Black Sox scandal there, or I guess alleged participant. I don't know how much of that was ever proven, but in any event, that is not a player you see very often on trading cards, that's for sure, so pretty cool to pull that. We get another horse racing card here. It's Jean Kruge, Seattle Slews jockey from back in the day, and a Canadian, I believe, if I'm remembering that right. Steve Garvey, very good first baseman there. A lot of people thought during his playing days that Steve Garvey would go to the Hall of Fame. I was one of them. Steve was a really good first baseman, and now I believe he is running for office in the state of California. I think that's what he's doing with himself right now. Swede Risberg, the shortstop, I believe that Swede was also involved in the Black Sox. I wonder if we got all the players from the 1919 White Sox. I'll have to check that out. We got a lot of them, that's for sure. We get Ron Blumberg here in the mini card, and Rusty Staub, a player I really liked. Rusty Staub was a really good slugger. He played for several different teams, the Expos, the Mets, a couple other teams as well. I always really liked him. Rusty Staub was really just a good player for many years, really dangerous hitter, good slugger. A lot of things to say about Rusty Staub, but I will move on to our final card out of this rip. It's Eddie Matthews, Hall of Fame third baseman. I'll keep the Rusty Staub card too. I always liked him a lot, so I'm going to put that over there. What did I keep out of this one? And anything I didn't keep, you guys are welcome to claim. It's Jane Mansfield. We got her larger size card as well, Jane Mansfield. Happy to have those. Rusty Staub, the Titanic, which I don't actually know if I'm going to keep that or not. It's kind of a neat card because you don't get a trading card of the Titanic very often. And I do like unusual trading cards. Buck Leonard, that's a keeper. Love that. Red Grange, and probably my favorite card of the rip is Edgar Allan Poe, even more so than Ava Gardner. But that's just because I'm a huge Poe fan. So that is fun. Man, what a great product. I really like that product a lot. A lot of neat stuff, and these kind of fold out or punch out inserts are really cool too. I like that. Man, maybe one of these days I will do another box of this, or maybe I'll do the next year's box. They did this for several years. They did it, I think, for 3 years, 2012, 2013, and then I think they skipped a few years and did it again like 2018 or something like that. But I want to get back to this. This was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this. I think they're beautiful cards. And some of you agree, for sure. I had a lot of really nice comments from you guys. Thank you very much for those. And I look forward to hearing from you in the comments today what you think of what I pulled. And, of course, let me know if you'd like me to, if you're really into one of these and you want me to send you a card or two. I'm always happy to do so. Hope you guys are having a great week. It is Thursday. That means tomorrow is Dorking with Dice on this channel. It's going to be a box of vintage baseball packs and a big D20 that I will roll to randomly tell us what packs we get to open. It's a lot of fun. I hope you'll join me for that, and I will see you back here then. As always, happy collecting.